Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope that was better than the last time. So obviously if you clicked on this video you can see from the title that I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey. If you watched my last video you would have heard me say that I used to forge notes to get out of PE. I hated anything to do with exercise and now I go to the gym 5 times a week. So this is just me telling you how I got from one extreme to the other. Just a couple of disclaimers before we start. I'm not a PT. I'm not a professional. I'm not a nutritionist. This is just my own story and what happened to me. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's body is different. So please don't take anything that I say as gospel because it's not. And if talking about weight change or anything like that triggers you, then please just don't watch this video. Also, I just want to say that I never ever thought that I was fat. I was never overweight. That's not why I started this journey. So please don't think that that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I think you get the point. Anyway, I'm just gonna get on with it now. So as a child, I was never ever conscious of my body or my body weight. If anything, I was actually underweight, but it never really bothered me. I didn't really notice. I ate plenty. I've always had a really good relationship with food. I'm very lucky that way. But when I went into secondary school and you start those years when you're like 13, 14, you start to get a bit body conscious. And that was when I noticed that people would make comments. People would refer to me as that skinny doll or skinny. People have called me anorexic in the past, which obviously was not nice to hear. And I used to be quite conscious of the fact that people thought that I didn't eat. And it's something that I kind of struggled with because I did eat and I love food, but that's just the way I was. I just must have had this amazing metabolism and what? So it wasn't until I went to university that I really started to notice a difference. And I think for most people that is the case. You move out of home, you live off pot noodle. We all like a wee bit of a pot noodle, you know. You're out drinking every weekend. So naturally your body is going to change along with the fact that you've hit puberty. So in about second year, third year of uni, I did notice the pounds starting to pile on. And again, I'm not saying that I was overweight or that I was fat. I just didn't feel myself, if that makes sense. And I just felt very sluggish, very fatigued and very unfit. So I started going to the gym at uni by myself and I would literally just spend 20 minutes on the treadmill and 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, and that was probably about it. I never went near the weights room because that was like the scariest thing ever. That's where all the lads hung out, like the big ones. You know who I'm talking about. And I did try and like adjust my diet a little bit, but it just nothing was working. I didn't see any results, so I just totally gave up and went back to the way I was. And when I say the way I was eating out all the time, having takeaways, McDonald's, crisps, you name it, I ate it. Then when I started my job after uni, obviously I started working full time, I really noticed how tired I was. I think my body just went into total shock. I was in and out of the doctor getting blood tests done because they just couldn't figure out why I was so exhausted. All the tests came back fine. There was nothing wrong with me. They just said, you're just tired. Like, you need to go and exercise. So in January of 2018, that is when I properly started my journey. I was going through a really bad time personally. I had been through a really bad breakup. So that is when I decided to get a PT. So my PT's name is Demi Swift. I will leave her Instagram down below if you want to go and follow her. She is the best thing that ever happened to me, honestly. That sounds so cheesy. She has a wealth of knowledge. She knows what she's talking about. The gym that I go to now is called Total Workout. I will put their Instagram down below as well and their Facebook so you can go and check them out. I will never ever forget my first day in that gym. I was so nervous. I cannot even explain to you how nervous I was. Looking back now, I just don't know what I was so afraid of. From the moment you walk into the gym, you're just made to feel like part of a family. Everybody helps each other out. Everybody encourages each other no matter what fitness level that you're at. And if you know Demi and you're ever speaking to her, you can ask her about my first day in the gym because I'm pretty sure she'll never forget it either. I lasted, I want to say, about 5 minutes of boxing. So it was pretty light cardio. I think we did 3 rounds, if that, and I ran out of the gym and I threw up. That's a nice image for you. One of the first things that Demi said to me when I went to the gym was that I probably was not eating enough. I know that sounds really strange to people. It sounded really strange to me at the time too. I didn't understand how that could work. Basically, the way I understand it now in my head,
Again, not a professional.
is that if you're eating under, say, 1,500 calories a day or around 1,000 calories a day, you are not giving your body enough fuel to function, and therefore your metabolism cannot function properly. Your body retains water because it thinks it's going into starvation mode, and that is why I was so bloated all the time and not losing weight, because my metabolism could not function. So Demi put me on a meal plan, and it took us so long to get it right because everybody's so different, as I said. And the thing about a diet plan is you don't want to feel like you are on a diet. That's the way I feel about it anyway. Since lockdown happened, I know everybody is really struggling with eating and baking desserts and having chocolate, and I've been doing it too, like, make no mistake. But for the most part during the day, I have been able to stick to my diet plan, and that is because I enjoy the food that is in my meal plans and I don't feel like I'm on a diet. It took a really long time to figure this out and get the foods that I liked in there, as well as getting my carbs, protein and fats. I still like to go out, I still like to drink, I still treat myself, I have a takeaway once a week. I still like to eat chocolate. Also, another disclaimer, I'm not saying that I think I have the perfect body or Instagram body or that I'm exactly where I want to be. I have plenty of goals, had plenty of goals for 2020, roll on 2021, but for the first time in a really long time, I am just comfortable with myself and I'm comfortable in my own skin, and I think that is the most important thing when it comes to your health and fitness, is that you're healthy and that you're happy. So I started off just doing 1 session a week, 1-to-1 with Demi, and then it took me a while to start to see results, which was my own fault because I wasn't really adjusting my diet as much as I should have been. I was drinking a lot and going out a lot, but I did love that feeling after I had trained, and I think that is what got me hooked. So we went up from 1 day to 2 and then gradually went from 2 to 3 personal training sessions, just 1-to-1 every week. Then I think it was last summer, Demi went away to Bali for a couple of weeks and left me with Noel and a couple of other girls who she had put into a group while she was away. And again, I was so scared to go and train with these girls and not be in a 1-to-1. The girls that were in that group are all my friends now. I talk to some of them every single day, and I actually love training with other people now. This again, I can't remember what I wanted to say. My arm's dead now. I feel like I'm really struggling to get everything out that I wanted to say, and I don't want to be misleading to anyone. So then it was in September of 2019 that Total Workout started their Imperium program, which I joined. So we train 3 days a week with the trainers in a large group. There's usually about 15 to 20 of us, and then 2 days a week your program is written for you and uploaded to an app, so you can come into the gym any time of the day and do that workout. I think I've seen the biggest change in myself from September 2019 until now, mostly because I actually started putting the effort into sticking to my meal plans, going to the gym and really trying harder. And I think when you train in a group, you kind of force yourself to train that bit harder, because if everybody else is way fitter than you and way ahead of you, you're trying to keep up with them, and that's what really helped and pushed me. Excuse me, this lighting is not working. I'm gonna look at this video after and be like, what is going on with this lighting? I picked the worst time of day to film because the sun is just... I used to train in the evenings with Demi, and I remember one week she couldn't take me, so I ended up having to come at 7 o'clock in the morning. She was actually really shocked that I turned up, and so was I. But I think that's also the beauty of having a PT. You have to go at your allocated time because you know that they're there waiting for you, and you can't just say, oh, I can't be bothered, I'll go tomorrow. So I went from training 1 evening a week. I now train 5 days a week at 5:45 in the morning before work. I know, People look at me like I am insane when I tell them that. I remember hearing it in a podcast from Tony Robbins. I'm just going to keep talking about Tony Robbins in case you didn't notice, that if you train on a regular basis for 6 months, you will train or exercise for the rest of your life. And that is because your body gets addicted to the endorphins that are released after you exercise. And it's not that I feel like, oh my god, I didn't train today, I'm gonna like gain loads of weight and I'm so lazy. It's not that sort of feeling. It's more so that you just don't feel like yourself. You don't feel as happy as you would have if you trained. So that is essentially what you get addicted to. It's not the actual training, it's the feeling that comes after you've done a session. And that is why I love to train. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna cry. I can't wait to go back to the gym. If anybody out there is struggling with their meal plan, or they feel like they want to join a gym or get a PT or just do something for themselves, please, please, please contact Demi or Darren or any of the lads at Total Workout and they will help you. So everybody, that is my fitness journey summed up. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and smash the thumbs up down below. I hate doing thumbs up. Does anybody else think this looks really weird? But definitely still thumbs up the video. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. You are not gonna want to miss this next one. I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it's another sit down video, but I promise they're not all gonna be like this. I have a lot of plans for this channel. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to hear more about what I eat in a day or my gym workouts, like those kind of things, just comment down below and let me know. That's it guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in my next one.